So most guys don't really have a weak back. You know, your back's actually probably really strong. It feels like it's a weak back because it's sore all the time and you're too tight. You're stretching wrong. And let me show you how to stretch properly. Okay, so these stretches, every guy needs to know. First one we're gonna do is called a pigeon pose. You see it done a lot where you've got the bottom foot coming up, even with the knee. Tight guys, we can't do that. That's about it right there. What you're gonna do is come forward as far as you can and drop down onto your back knee. Okay, so it looks like this. And we're gonna come down and rest just like this in this position. You're gonna be mentally pushing out your hips to the right. And we wanna hold this for exactly 2 minutes. Let me tell you why. There's something in the body called a Golgi tendon organ, okay? It's the GTO. And without getting too much into the science, guys, I'm not like that. I'm not your science bro, but I understand things and I can communicate them in a way to you that will make sense and you'll be able to understand it, okay? So this GTO, it's in your body where the muscle ends and the tendons connect to the bones, okay? So right there. And what that does is it helps to prevent injury. When you stretch and it hurts and you feel it, the body doesn't relax. This GTO will make you tighter, okay? That's why when you do stretches and you see guys doing, this for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, even 30 seconds, it's not enough time to hold that stretch and give it the GTO enough time to relax and get into a position where you're actually going to stretch the muscle so that it extends and you increase your flexibility. That's what we're after, not short-term relief. Okay, so this I've got set for 2 minutes. Let's get back into the position. And I'm going to put a timer up on the screen somewhere so you guys can keep track of this. I want to create a video where you can work through it with me. And at the end of doing this routine every day for 2 weeks, you're going to see massive improvements. Okay, and at the end of the video, I'm going to be showing you a mobility test. We can do it now, and we'll do it at the end of 2 weeks to see how much you've progressed. Okay, so we're in this position, and we're pushing the hips out mentally away from the glute, and you're going to want to put your head down as low as you can. I start with 2 fists stacked. Rest your forehead on your fists. If that's easy, you can come down to 1. If you still feel like you can get deeper, we're going to bring our forehead right down. Okay, so we've almost done a minute here. The first minute is just fighting through the tension. You want to be holding it at about a 7 out of 10 pain. Okay, it's not fighting. This isn't blood sport. We're not tying ourselves to 2 banana trees here. What we want to do is just feel it, but you can sustain it. Okay, relax mentally, connect with the muscle, try to relax it, and breathe. Okay, now we're resetting the nervous system in the second half, the second minute. Okay, we don't rush. We need to sit in the discomfort. If you want to improve, it's the second minute that does that. You'll also notice that after a minute, what once was a 6 or 7 out of 10 in pain is now like a 4 or 5. And you can sink in a little bit more. You can take an extra inch. Okay, so you want to do that. Okay, we got about 60 more seconds. We're going to hold that. I'm going to run you through the top 4 stretches that I think you need to do to help alleviate your back pain and make your back pain go away. Okay, just the top 4, the basics. There are more, but not for this video, not for guys who are stressed for time. Okay, we need the best of the best in stretches, the best of the best workouts, the curated things that are going to move the needle with the least amount of time commitment, right? So it's these 4 that I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you what I need to tell you for these stretches, but I won't be talking the whole time, especially as we move into the later stretches. I guess I'll lace in some meditative music so you can just zone out, okay? So we've got 4 stretches. That's going to be 8 total, right? 1 each side. So it's call it a 16-minute routine. You're going to see stuff out there that we'll say, you know, stretching 30 seconds, and it's going to make you feel better in the moment, guys, but it's not going to improve your flexibility. And that's what we want to do here. Okay, so remember, breathe in, breathe out, and relax. This ability to sit in the discomfort and slow down is something that we all need to practice as men, isn't it? You'd sooner, you know, be running, lifting weights. I get it. This isn't fun. And it's why now, at the time of this video, I'm 49 and I'm not flexible. I'm tight because I haven't spent enough time stretching. But together now we are going to improve that. And one of the great things about flexibilities, guys, is it's the quickest thing to improve. You compare it to muscle gain, fat loss, cardiovascular improvement, flexibility. Flexibility you can change the quickest. Okay. Next thing I want to get you to do is for the hips. Actually, guys, we're only going to do this. This is only going to be one. So this whole routine is only going to take 14 minutes, actually. So let me start at the side here, okay? Open your knees up as wide as you can, okay? And you're going to push your hips towards the ground and come lower and rock forward a little bit until you can feel that stretching the groin, okay, inner thigh. And we're going to sit with that, and you don't have to be rocking back and forth, but you're going to find that spot that feels best. And what I mean by that is stretching you the most, and try to let your weight fall onto your knees, okay? Not so much onto your elbows, but put the weight back over top of your hips. So let's see if you can tell the difference here. So right here, I have more weight on my elbows. I don't know if you can tell that I moved an inch, and it went from a 5 to a 7 in terms of the stretch response that I feel. So just relaxing into that. If it gets too much, guys, you just rock forward a little bit, take a breather. I'm going to stay in it. Okay. The GTO, the Golgi tendon organ. Okay. There's actually, I don't want to talk about it now in this video. I'll link to it in the description. Why you don't stretch during a workout. You see guys do that. They do a bench press, they stand up, they stretch their chest, they go down, do another set. That makes you weaker. And I've got an amazing demonstration. I'll get somebody to help me in the next video that I'll link to that demonstrates how that makes you weaker. You don't do it. You stretch at the end of the workout. Okay, I'm a little sweaty. I just did 45 minutes of cardio, and that's when you want to do it. When you're warm, after workout, after cardio. Think of muscles like they're made of plastic. You stretch it. When it's cold, it's going to snap. You warm it up, it's pliable. Okay, you need to warm it up, get the blood in there. Okay, there's my 2 minutes. Okay, now we're going to work on our hamstrings. Guys, these are all the muscles that are connected to the lower back. Remember, we like to think of our body as like, you know, here's our glute, here's our erector spinae, here's our lat, here's the lats, and they're all separate, like on some anatomy chart. If you could remove our skin, we'd just be a big, massive muscle. We wouldn't be able to tell where one ends and the next begins. It's all connected. You think about a bed sheet. If I pull the sheet from here where my hand is, it's tight up here, okay? You pull tight down on the glutes and the hamstrings. Where's that tension? It's the lower back. That's what this is all about. Okay, so 2 minutes. You know what, guys, to speed this up even more, because we're guys, we got lots to do here. Maybe we don't want to be stretching each hamstring one at a time. For the speed or the sake of timing, we're going to move into doing them together, okay? So again, if you round forward, okay, you're gonna try and reach as far forward as you can. That's not really the goal. We wanna feel in the hamstrings. So sit up straight and hinge forward. You're gonna feel it a lot sooner. And maybe you're grabbing your knees. Maybe it's mid-shin. Maybe you can touch your toes. See, my hamstrings aren't terrible. They're not great. My son's got his head down on the floor right now. That's my goal. So here we are. The tension, GTO releasing, about a minute. We just hit a minute. So now we're gonna try and take that extra inch. Okay, that's it. And hold. So the first stretch, we did each leg, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Then the second was 2 minutes. This is 2 minutes. So now we're up to a 6-minute routine. It's not bad. The last stretch, yeah, we have to break it up. So it'll be a 10-minute stretch routine. Guys, that's beautiful. Listen to a podcast. Once you know this routine, you're not watching me do it. Maybe you do this with me once or twice, then, listen to a podcast, play some meditative music. I've got meditation. You know what? I do breathwork meditation. Wouldn't combine the two. That's a separate thing. Just breathe. Relax. There we go. Okay. Now, this next stretch, this final one, I call it the X stretch. I don't know what else to call it. It's a unique stretch where we're going to be stretching the bit of the calf you're going to feel, okay? The hamstring right up through the glute, across the body, and into the opposite lat. It's stretching your body across in an X. We're going to do both sides. So let me show you how to do that. You may not have a squat rack at home. That's fine. You don't need it. You just need something that you can get your leg up. It'll be a little bit different for everyone. It depends how flexible you are. For me, it's going to be about knee high. Okay, we'll start the timer. You're going to have the right leg reach over with the right arm, and then the left arm comes up and over. And ideally, you're doing this on a setup like this so you can grab a bar. Okay? If you don't, you're going to just reach into the air and you're going to lean away. Do you see how I'm leaning to the left? Perfect. Now, rest your leg comfortably. Okay, you're going to pull the toe on the right foot up towards the knee. Breathing. Keep that right leg straight. Reach up with the left. You're going to feel that in the lat. And lean to the left. And hold. If I had a longer arm, I'd be grabbing the bar. I have a gym outside of where I am now, a different gym, that I have a bar. There's 2 of them. And it's perfect for this. But like I said, guys, if you don't have it, find a position in your home where you can do this and stretch across. And we hold for 2 minutes. Remember, at about a minute, tune in. Notice that you can go a little deeper. Drop down. Pull the toe back a little bit more. Reach over. It's going to loosen up. What do we got here? Still 25 seconds. Okay, hold it. Almost there, guys. 2 more minutes and you've done the best that you can do. Then I'm going to show you the test we're going to do for the mobility at the end. Reach up and over, and now I'm leaning to the right. Stretching down, you're gonna feel it from the armpit all the way down. Why these stretches are the 4 best is because I know it, we train the most, guys. In the back, what do? We do lats, pull downs. They're tight, guaranteed. Anytime you do any squats or lunges, that's the glutes. Guaranteed they're tight, all that sitting. Your hips, your groin, tight. Hamstrings, tight. These are the muscles that will contribute to your low back pain. 9 times out of 10, like I said, you don't have a weak back. You have a strong as fuck back. It's just that it's never getting rest. It's flexing like a fist nonstop. Gotta help it out here. Feel the stretch sinking in deeper now. Almost to the second once you hit a minute. If you're finding that you can't hold these stretch for 2 minutes, guys, then you're taking on too much. The pain's too high and you gotta pull back. You should feel it, but be able to hold it for the 2 minutes. Okay. Now here's the test. I don't even know if I can do it right now. What you're gonna try and do is lie down, and we wanna be able to rest our toes on the floor and rest and hold it there for 2 minutes. I'm not gonna be able to do it today, but I will shoot another video and tie it to this when I get there. Okay, so it's like this. And we come down. I can't even see how close I am. I'm almost there. Okay, I touched, but it's not comfortable. I have a long way to go before I can hold it there for 2 minutes. Okay. I don't want to hold that for 2 minutes, guys, for the video. I just wanted to show you. See how far you can get. Shoot a video, ask someone, see where you are day 1, and test it. After a week, test it again in 2 weeks and see how far you can get. Okay? Maybe a week ago, I was nowhere near the floor and I'm almost there. So I know within 2 weeks, I'm gonna be over. And once you can get there, now I can sit in that position for 2 minutes and improve flexibility even more after that. So guys, thanks for watching. If you like that video, check out this one. I think you're gonna like it too. YouTube thinks you're gonna probably like this one. And don't forget, please subscribe, okay? I've got a lot more tips that can help you catch your second win and achieve the best shape of your life no matter what age.